I built 3 interactions with Figma Make. One took 3 prompts and the other 38. Here is the difference. Hi, my name is Agata, I'm a senior product designer and apparently someone who loves to torture herself with the AI tools. In today's video, I'm gonna walk you through all the 3 projects, every mistake I made and exactly what I learned so you can skip to the good stuff. Let's go! The first project I did was the food ordering app. The UI is nothing fancy, classic Uber Eats or similar. All I wanted to do is to add interaction on add to order, so every time I click that button, there is a flying sushi that goes straight to my basket. And when I'm inside the basket, all the elements are floating around in this cute animation. I added all my UI elements first in Figma and sent it to Figma Make. So this interaction took me 3 prompts, and I was feeling pretty confident that I know how to use Figma Make. But then I noticed the images were broken and I spent another 18 prompts just to fix the image display. So it turns out the Figma Make was reusing the same element ID, so the name of that image, across both screens. So if I interacted with that image, for example with this sushi roll on the first screen, it wouldn't show properly on the second screen. The image was broken. 18 prompts later, I finally figured it out. I asked it to rename all the images IDs so they all have their unique names, and it was fixed. It took me 18 prompts to track that down and fix it, but honestly, once it was fixed, it was exactly what I wanted. And I learned there is such a thing like element ID, how to handle it. So yeah, lesson learned from the first animation. So the first project was kinda smooth. It took me a few hours overall prompting, but it still was pretty fast and I wouldn't be able to recreate this exact animation with standard Figma anyway. So I decided to build something way more complex. Piano learning app with live camera feed and hand interaction. In my head, that was totally reasonable scope for AI, and I was thinking I'm gonna make it in 1 hour, max 2. Well, with this project, I went to Claude and I explained the interaction I have in mind, and it gave me a full prompt. I also did the layout in Figma. As you guys can see, I even screenshot myself pretending to play in this piano to get the hand and the piano position correct. So I took that design and I sent it to Figma Make, and here is what happened. I pasted this prompt explaining all the interactions I want, and I stuck in some weird loop when I couldn't fix anything. Wherever I was prompting again, it wouldn't add any more changes to the interaction. So the problem was I was treating Figma Make like it could do everything at once. At the same time, I asked for the device camera in real time, then hand tracking, then some gaming elements, animations, scoring system, and everything was conflicting. And it was like asking someone to cook a 5-course meal while learning the recipes at the same time and washing dishes. And this is what I realized. Figma Make is not magic. I cannot just put that amount of text and ask for all the functionality to work from the start. So I spent 18 prompts on this version. If I managed to get the camera working, then the hand tracking was broken, and when I fixed the hand tracking, then every time my hand touched the actual piano, whole UI was broken again. So I tried a little bit different approach. I started a brand new file, and this time in the first prompt, I just asked for the piano keys and the layout. Once I tested out and I knew this part was working, then I moved to the second functionality. I've added the camera feed and the hand tracking overlay. This took more than 1 prompt to make sure it's working properly, because I wanted the camera feed to be a full page, not just the square in the corner. So the hand tracking, the camera and the piano on the screen was working with the 9 prompts. That was the moment when I prompted to add the guide mode, so it was a ready song which I wanted to learn how to play. If I hit the correct note, it would show the perfect text on the screen, and if I click the wrong one, it would show a miss. And then I spent many prompts to polish that, so I moved the layout up and down, make sure all the fireworks and the little particles are displaying correctly. It took me 38 prompts in total, but I think it could have been much less. I kept wanting to add more features and went to the loop again near end, but the core was solid because I staged it properly. The hand tracking genuinely surprised me because in both of my attempts I managed to get it work almost from the first prompt, which is super fast and was very accurate. I was expecting this part will be the first one to broke. So if you wanna build anything that is gesture based or voice or camera tracking, Figma Make is very good at it. I am definitely gonna do more of this. Maybe next time I'll try with guitar, and hand tracking might be a bit difficult, but I think we can manage. So for the first project, I tried to recreate something like this. As you drag slider from sad to happy, the whole UI is changing. So with this one, I actually did everything first with Smart Animate in Figma. My problem was with Smart Animate, you cannot use drag into both direction, and also I don't have the in-between color transitions. So I got this lovely bouncy effect going between the happy to neutral to bad, but then to go from bad to neutral, I couldn't make it. So it went straight to the start to the happy state, but the interaction itself looked really smooth, lovely. If you guys wanna know how I animated this with just Smart Animate, let me know in the comments and I'm gonna share a tutorial for this. So lesson learned from the piano, I'm gonna start with just one screen and one thing at the time. So I started with the happy screen, but then when I asked it to add other states, the neutral and bad, the face was just really off and I couldn't manage to fix it. So I went back to my original Figma file and I closed all three states in one frame, and then I used that as a Figma Make prompt. So first I asked just for the slider, so when I move the slider it's changing the color. Then the second functionality was to change the shape of the face. With prompting, it's very important to remember, once you have one part of your layout sorted, so it's look exactly how you want it, you don't want to touch it ever again. So I had to ask only to update the face, but do not touch anything else, and that has to be written in prompt. Without this, any AI tool will try to rebuild everything from scratch, even though it's already working. So in my original Figma animation, I reused the exact same element, I was just resizing the shape. But even with the stage approach, Figma Make did something I wasn't expecting. Every time I tried to fix the mouth animation, it would generate a brand new mouth instead of morphing existing one. So it turns out Figma Make like to swap elements instead of transition them. So I had to be very specific with this SVG animation. I know it sounds a bit technical, but my tip, screenshot what Figma Make does and go back to Cloud Code or different AI you're using and tell them what is wrong with this screenshot and how you envision them, and they're gonna tell you what to prompt to fix the problem. So it was 16 prompts for this mood tracker. Half of them was because of this SVG issue. So after making these 3 projects, here is everything I learned about how to use Figma Make and how to avoid the mistakes I was doing. Rule number 1 is one layer at the time. Rule number 2, always end your prompt with do not touch anything else. If it's broken and you tried 2 prompts to fix it, just ditch this file and start brand new. Rule number 4, if you want smooth transitions, you have to be very specific about them. Tell them exactly what transition you want. For example, is in and out 0.6 second on this and this element. The more specific you are, the better outcome there is. And don't bother prompting actual variants. So I tried many times and Figma Make just doesn't see my variants. With this mood animation, I had the exact same component with 6 different variants and it just did not see them. So instead, I just screenshot what I have in my normal Figma and then upload the image as a reference to Figma Make. And last but not least, if you don't need it, don't use it. And I'm gonna be very honest with you guys. I love all the AI tools.
I love AI. Do you use AI? Absolutely. Do you use ChatGPT?
But I think we are overusing them for something that is completely not needed. In my everyday projects, I mostly use normal Figma native prototyping, unless it's something very, very complex and someone specifically asked me to showcase it. It's amazing if you want to experiment, try something new and creative, like this piano. It's where Figma Make really shines, but my personal opinion, in everyday projects I'm doing, native Figma prototyping is more than enough. If you want to go deeper into Figma prototyping, not just Figma Make, but production-ready prototypes using variables and conditional logic, I'm actually releasing a full course. There is a link to waitlist in the description. If you have any comments, leave them down below. As always, like, subscribe, and see you next time. Bye!